you're having a great day. Thanks so much for hopping on. If you haven't already, pretty please subscribe. I love you forever. That's on the homepage, the little red button. I've really been sitting and thinking a lot about what kind of content I want to deliver to you and what kind of value-based content I wanted to deliver to you. So for those of you who know, most of my videos run pretty long. I'm really going to try to just knock it out with good value, but I want you to know that you can use this channel almost as a podcast. So even if they are longer, just listen to it. You don't have to watch the video. Just listen to it when you're running errands, when you're in the shower, when you're getting ready. Just listen, and if it's some content you feel like that can really help improve your life, just apply it. So today I want to talk about how to shift your mindset and 3 things to do to shift your mindset. So who am I to be sitting here and telling you how to shift your mindset? And I only speak upon things, you guys, that I've personally experienced, because then I believe that's how I can deliver value to you and content that would be helpful for you, because it's something I've personally gone through. So my journey started 4 years ago. I had started a business, and I quickly realized that your mindset will be your reality. And at the time I had a very lack of and a very poor mindset, and so therefore everything around my life was that I had a lack of, and I was just poor and sad and like sappy, you know, like get out the violin, right? So how did I go from that place to where I am now? And where I am now is I feel like I'm in such a good place mindset, and it's been a 4-year journey that I feel like now I can deliver and I can tell you guys what I've done and give you steps and tools to help you that I genuinely know that will help you, because it's helped me tremendously over the years. So here we go. Hope this adds some value, and I hope this is something that you will use and tools you'll use. How to shift your mindset. Number 1, you have to acknowledge why you feel the way you do. So I will give an example with all of these, and my examples are not ever meant to put anyone down. I am just stating my example and what I've gone through in my life, and I want you to know genuinely that everyone's life has a different purpose. Everyone's life has a different path. You are on the exact path you're meant to be on, as long as you're being true to yourself and who you are. You know what I mean? And I think the problem is, and why so many of our mindsets are all over the place, is maybe we're just not truly true and authentic to who we are because of these 3 factors, okay? So this is how you're going to shift your mindset. Number 1, why do you feel the way you do? Acknowledge your feelings. This is so important. So many times you just bundle them up, and life's crazy. So we just keep go. And before you know it, you're going to be like choking on your feelings, and you don't know why you feel the way you do. And you start to get overwhelmed and anxious. So why do you feel the way you do? So 4 years ago, I feel like I look back and I'm like, wow, I was probably a brat. I just thought the world was so fucking unfair, and like, how was it that I wasn't getting all my shit paid for? And you know, why was it that all these people had these opportunities and I felt like I had absolutely none, and I had like missed the bus of opportunities and blah blah blah. And I, you know, quickly started reading books when I got into my business. Number 1, because mindset's everything, and just so you guys know, I'm not affiliated with the business or any MLMs anymore. But at the time I needed a shift, because I was just a very negative person and a poor me, whiny type of person. And that is the worst person you could be, because you will always be in that state of mind. And I've realized that through self-development. So I started picking up some books and reading about people who have been super successful and like what their mindset was. And one thing I realized, there's a pattern with people who are very successful. They have all gone through shit. Like shit that you're like, oh, I would have stopped 10 times ago after that shit happened. They keep going. So I realized it's not the situation you are born into that dictates your life. It's the opportunity you create in your life. And so for me, I always felt like, well, it's not fair. So an example, like after I graduated, well, it's not fair that people get to go to school and their parents pay for everything. It's just not fair. Like, I wish I had that. And like, why can't I have that? And when I look back, it's like, you know what? Everyone's born into a different family. And that's completely out of your control. That's out of my control. That's out of your control. Like, we're all born into certain situations. Some of us are like fed with a golden spoon, and some of us are like trying to find the spoon in the dirt buried under the rocks. And then we have the ones that are in between. Okay? So whatever situation you're currently in, it does not have to be your reality. And that's what I realized through that. And that's why I acknowledge those feelings And through reading and growing and learning over the last 4 years, I've realized that, like, my reality, I can change. And so you have to know why you feel the way you do. So I want you to sit down and write out why you feel the way you do about certain things. Like, negative thoughts that come into your head, I want you to write them down, and I want you to think, well, why do I feel like that? And why do you feel like that? And then I want you to go out and find some inspiration of someone who's maybe gone through that. So search, you know, like for me, it was like not being able to afford the things I wanted, or not having, you know, at the time, like my parents be able to pay for everything I wanted to do, like a lot of people I knew. And so it was, you know, I went out there and I started reading about people like Tony Robbins, and like, holy crap, like his story, and, you know, all these people have been super successful. Sophia Amoruso, like you just hear of all these stories, and it just gives you this inspiration to like, yeah, I can do it. And so that's your task number 1. Why do you feel the way you do? Acknowledge your feelings. Find someone who's gone through a similar situation as you. Google it, do whatever, and change their mindset. There will be some message in there, I can promise you, that is meant for you to see, and I don't know what that is, but there will be some message or some quote or something that will stick with you. Say it every day, okay? Number 2, stop comparing your life and talents with others. You are authentically yourself, and this is something I never realized. You know, as an athlete growing up, I'm super competitive, okay? And I was always comparing myself with other people. And even, you know, as I started to get into the business I went into, I wasn't the only one in this business. And, you know, as I started to grow my YouTube channel, it was like, well, who would even listen to my stuff? Because it's not glamour, and I don't have the stringy lights and all this stuff going on, and I don't have, like, you know, the crazy cameras. Like, who's gonna listen to my stuff? I started to compare myself, and I started to just, you know, have all these negative thoughts about myself because I was always comparing myself to somebody else. Here's the thing, you are authentically yourself, and nobody else has your exact talents and gifts, and that's what I realized. So it takes a lot, and there's moments where I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I doing this right? Like, I start to compare, you know? I used to do it all the time. I was the worst. I would compare myself with everything. And I think it's hard to with social media to see other people's lives. And here's the thing with social media, you guys. Don't be fooled. It's totally glamorized, okay? So it's really hard to get good, authentic content out there when so many people just glamorize the crap out of their life. And for me, that's what I try really hard not to do. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I try really hard not to do. I want you to know you're not alone when you're going through things, right? So just stop comparing, okay? Shift your mindset. You've got to stop comparing yourself, and you've got to acknowledge the way you feel and why you feel certain ways, okay? So I want you to write a list of things down that you constantly are comparing yourself with others. And then I want you to cross it off and write next to it, I am authentically myself. I have a purpose. And I want you to cross it off, and I want you to write it down next to everything. Because this is the thing, you are 1 in a billion. And when I really sat down, I saw that, and I was like, wow, like, it's dumb because we hear it all the time, and I'm like, no, I really am. And, like, say it over. Like, say your name. I'm like, wow, I'm the only fucking Jillian Lee Salatis in this universe. Like, that's fucking awesome. Say it. Say it with your name. I am, state your name in the whole universe, and that's fucking awesome. Okay, 3, how to shift your mindset. Stop letting people's opinions dictate your life. Here's the thing. And this was what I realized. I used to be such a people pleaser. I would want to please everyone. If anyone didn't like my stuff, I would take it down. If someone commented something mean on my picture, I would take it down. Or on these videos, I'd take it down, and I would delete the comment. I just want to please everyone. Doesn't matter what you're doing. There's always going to be someone who loves what you're doing and someone who hates you. And this is what you have to realize with other people's opinions. Whatever they're reflecting onto you is a deep fear or deep issue they have inside of themselves, and it's so much easier to reflect that on someone else than for them to sit down and take a good hard look in the mirror and say, you know what, why do I feel like this? And that's why it's so important to acknowledge your feelings. Why do I feel like this, and what can I do to change? A lot of people want to blame the world for their problems and throw their insecurities on other people. So you can't let other people's opinions dictate your life. If I did that, I would have never had a business. I would have, right now, I would be, you know, married. Hi, Skylar, you want to be in the video? I would be, you know, engaged and married and have kids, and, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. This is my nephew, by the way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I wanted to do. And so you know, for the longest time, I'd really let their opinions get down on me, and I would just be really upset because I felt like I wasn't pleasing everyone. And then I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what, this is my life. You guys, you get one shot to make your life totally amazing. So just go for it and don't let people's opinions bother you. And it's hard when it's really close family or really close friends or maybe your peers, but you just can't let it. Like, you know what, and here's the thing, if someone has so much to say about you, they probably have a lot to work on internally, so try not to take it personal. I know it's hard, but don't take any of that personal. I really hope that these 3 tips helped. Stop letting people's opinions hold you back. That's just a mindset. If when someone tells you something, so if they want to give, you know, their opinion on how to do this, just be like, oh look, Skylar wants to do a makeup tutorial now. Just be like, thanks for your opinion, that's not what I want to do. And you just have to, like, literally, you guys, it goes in one ear and out the other. The faster you can learn to, like, release anything negative or anything that's, like, contradicting to what you want to do out of your brain, the more peace you're going to have. I hope this helps. These are my 3 tips on how to shift your mindset. Acknowledge the way you feel. Stop comparing your life and talents with others, and stop letting people's opinions dictate your life. Love you guys. Have a great day. If you'd like, go ahead and subscribe to my video. Like I said, I've kind of been sitting and really thinking of like what good content that I can deliver to you guys, and I'm really excited because I have some really fun projects coming up. I'm going to be working with some awesome, amazing boss babes in the area. Almost kind of like a podcast, but like on YouTube, so it's pretty cool. So subscribe, you'll be the first to know. Once I hit about 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a big giveaway. You won't want to miss it. But I love you guys. Thanks so much for supporting me over the years. I really hope that this video helps you in one way or another. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Thanks. Can you say bye, Skylar?
Bye.
Say talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Do you want to do a YouTube tutorial? A makeup one?
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned, guys. Bye, guys.